7, Gemma Root. In lane 6, Evelina Dalecki. Lane 5, Megan Lovegrove. Lane 4, Jolene Neville. Lane 3, Anna Donauer. Lane 2, Urasha Tiruwanatsan. And in lane 1, Oksana Yuzina. Minute. Seconds. Stand by. Here we go, this is heat 1 of individual event number 6, the 6th and final event of the 2018 Pacific Regional. So the event starts with 4 rope climbs, then the ladies will move forward to the barbell to complete 16 thrusters. They'll complete 8 in the first segment, then they'll advance the barbell to complete their second 8 in the next segment. They'll then move through for 3 rope climbs, 12 thrusters, then 2 rope climbs and 8 thrusters to finish. So obviously this rope climb, a little bit more difficult than your traditional rope climb, needing to. So as Jolene Neville gets to the barbell first, Evelina Dalecki in behind, Anna Donauer in behind that. We have Urasha Tiruwanatsan, Choi Mi-jung, Chelsea Doherty. And so not much separation in this first round of the final event of the 2018 CrossFit Games Pacific Regional. But Jolene Neville, your first athlete to the bar and your first athlete to the second set of 8 thrusters. So Chelsea Doherty now in behind. Evelina Dalecki just in behind that. But it is Jolene Neville, it's just a few reps remaining in this first round. Jolene Neville maintains her lead out on the rest of the field. She will advance the barbell forward to start round number 2. Chelsea Doherty in next. Urasha Tiruwanatsan in next. So Jolene Neville has the early lead. Chelsea Doherty in just behind. Urasha Tiruwanatsan in behind that. We now have Ev Dalecki making her way back for round number 2. As Jolene Neville gets a rope climb out. Alright, we now have most athletes through round 1. Jolene Neville, your first athlete, on to round 2 with 2 rope climbs down, so just 1 to go for Jolene Neville. Chelsea Doherty and Jolene Neville battling out for first. Chelsea Doherty is up the rope. And it will be Chelsea that gets the work done first. She will be the first athlete out onto round number 2. So now 12 thrusters, 6 in the first space. Then she'll advance the barbell forward, 6 in the next, and we'll move forward for the final round. Jolene Neville in just behind, Anna Donauer now. Evelina Dalecki all make their way through onto the thrusters. That's 6 down for Chelsea Doherty. So Chelsea Doherty, lane number 8, a slight lead out on the rest of the field. Jolene Neville in behind. Anna Donauer now advancing the barbell for the second 6 of 12 thrusters as Chelsea Doherty advances the barbell for the final time. She'll move back to start round 3 of 2 rope climbs, then 8 thrusters. So Jolene Neville now has Anna Donauer and Evelina Dalecki out on that second 6 thrusters. But Jolene Neville gets the work done. She will advance the barbell. So now the race is on again between Chelsea Doherty, who advances the rope for the first of 2. So Chelsea Doherty, 1 rope climb remaining. Then the final 8 thrusters. We have just 90 seconds remaining until the time cap. Will we see Chelsea Doherty get the work done as she descends the rope for the final time and runs up the lane? So 8 thrusters remaining now for Chelsea Doherty. And there's the first ball done for Chelsea as she advances in the rep position. Make some noise for Chelsea Doherty, who is all but ensured a heat win for the final event of the CrossFit Games Pacific Regional. And there we go, Chelsea's done. Put your hands together for Chelsea Doherty. Now we have Jolene Neville and Anna Donauer both approaching at the same time. There is just 30 seconds on the clock. Will we see them both finish this final event? Sydney, Australia, Pacific Regional, make some noise for these 2 ladies as they finish the final 4 reps. 15 seconds. Let's get Jolene and Anna through. 10 seconds. Jolene Neville makes a dash to the finish mat. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And there we have it. Make some noise for your heat winner, Chelsea Doherty.
And everyone else, I'd like you to give it up for Yuko Sakuyama and Katerina Makarova from Japan and Russia, respectively, who make the trip. 30 seconds, athletes. It's not a short flight to Sydney, Australia for either of those women. Ten seconds. Stand by. Away we go. 4 rope climbs, these women, and making a very early start was Victoria Campos. She was up that rope immediately. Victoria Campos, Sammy Wood, and Isabel Gosling make the early running along with Lakin Wood. So the time to beat from the previous heat is 6:22. Yuko Sakuyama, as we talked about earlier, a bodyweight specialist. The rope climb, not necessarily favouring a shorter athlete, although she is making light work of it. Okay, so the first woman off the rope climb is Lakin Watt from CrossFit 129, Sammy Wood and Katerina Makarova all make their way to the barbell. It's Lakin Watt making the early running with 4 thrusters complete in this set of 16. However, it's Sammy Wood and Makarova who are cycling the bar particularly fast, along with Sakuyama and Mallory Berger. Will any of these women attempt to walk the bar forward overhead? Doesn't look like it. Sammy Wood has placed the bar down, as has Lakin Watt. Victoria Campos finishing off her set of 8. She rolls the bar forward to move to the second lot of 8 in this 16 thrusters. At the moment, it is Lakin Watt holding her nerve and holding the lead in lane number 9. But we're going to have a number of people off the barbell at the same time. Lakin Watt is your leader, along with Sammy Wood. Both those women will return to the ropes, along with Katerina Makarova. Lakin Watt is straight up the rope. Sammy Wood and Makarova taking just a little bit longer to get to the rope. So Watt has a 1-rep lead over the rest of the competitors. We're at 2:20. Remember, a 7-minute cap in this event. Sammy Wood has 1 rope climb complete. Victoria Campos in lane 4, a Brazilian athlete out of Hong Kong. She has completed her first of 3 rope climbs in round 2. Lakin Watt has 2 of the 3 done, as does Sammy Wood. So Watt and Wood having a real tussle here. They're in lanes 9 and lanes 5 respectively. Lakin Watt is on her last of the 3 rope climbs. And Lakin Watt will be the first woman, along with Katerina Makarova. So Makarova jogs to the barbell and she will pick it up first. And Katerina Makarova is 2 of the 12 thrusters down, and she looks very strong with barbell in hand. So Lakin Watt was making the early running, but Makarova is handling the barbell a little better. They've both completed 6 reps. Victoria Campos and Sammy Wood. Victoria Campos is cycling the bar extremely fast in lane 4. Makarova has the bar back on her shoulders, as does Lakin Watt. She's about 2 reps behind Makarova. 4 minutes have expired in this last event. Makarova is done, ladies and gentlemen. Katerina Makarova from CrossFit Berloga. So Lakin Watt also done, and she will head back to the ropes. Sammy Wood and Victoria Campos are still in the hunt in lanes 5 and 4. So 2 rope climbs remaining for Makarova and Lakin Watt, and it is Makarova who is up the rope first. This is the last event for these women at this Pacific Regional in Sydney, Australia. Makarova has 1 rope climb remaining. Lakin Watt just comes down from her second last rope climb. Victoria Campos is up the rope. Ladies and gentlemen, Katerina Makarova will head to the bar for the final time. And Makarova now has 8 thrusters to go. Laken Watt is heading towards the bar as well, as is Victoria Campos. So Makarova has company, but she only has 4 thrusters to go. Campos and Watt battling it out for second place. But Sydney, Australia, I want you to show love and respect for Katerina Makarova. No, she's done. The Russian athlete is done. And what a finish to her weekend. So the race is on for second, and it looks like Victoria Campos has picked the bar up first. Victoria Campos, the Brazilian athlete out of Hong Kong. Campos and Watt, and Watt gets it. 40 seconds remaining. Campos comes in third. Sammy Wood and Sammy Drescher are both on their last 4 thrusters. Sammy Drescher, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. She will finish under cap. And Sammy Wood will also come in under the cap. So Ashley Corby and Isabel Gosling both can still finish this workout. 10 seconds remaining. 5, 3, 2, 1. And a sliding finish. Sydney, Australia, put your hands together for heat number 2. And your winner from Russia, Katerina Makarova.
Day 3 action at Sydney Olympic Park. Kudos Arena is the venue. Teams kicking things off this morning. Individuals now. My name's Jeremy Austin, alongside me Tanae Brown and Lily Cosgrove on the competition floor. Great day of action, a great crowd in here at Kudos Bank Arena. And our standings after 5 events. Yet again, the fittest and second fittest women on the planet. Tia Claire Toomey and Cara Saunders hitting at the top of this leaderboard. Justine Beath in her comeback here in third. Newcomer and gymnastics specialist Courtney Haley in fourth, and two-time games competitor Maddie Sturts rounding out that 5th spot. 18 points back on the bubble, Kat Baker. And games competitor from last year, Jess Coughlin, 34 points back and all to do. Coming up, our last test for the weekend for these ladies. For time for 3-2 rope climbs. And in between that, we're going to do some thrusters of 16, 12, and 8, 155 pounds. Our lane assignments. Lindsay Vaughan making a splash in event number 5 a little while ago. So keep your eye on her, especially with her tall stature getting up that rope pretty quick. April Herring and also Caitlin Marks. Very good with the barbell and rope climb. Big crowd packing into Kudos Bank Arena, the new venue of the Pacific Regional. And can these ladies cause a stir and juggle up that leaderboard? We will wait and see. In a couple of minutes' time. Underway for heat number 3, keeping in mind we've got another heat coming up. The males heat number 4. Straight after our event record, Laura Horvath from week 1 at the Europe Regional. Tick over 4 minutes.
How impressive did she do in that event? I think having a rock climbing background definitely came into play with an event like this where, some of the keys to success would be, having really good grip strength. So let's talk a little bit more or delve a little bit deeper into that. What I am looking for from an athlete perspective to do well in this event is just to keep it in even tempo. I want them to move smooth and fast through those rope climbs. And, we do have a heavier barbell on the thrusters here. So the women are lifting around, if we put it in, convert it back into kilos, it's around 48 kilos. So it's something that we wouldn't see normally in competition, we may see around that 43 kilos. So this is a little bit heavier for them. So I'd like to see them keep a nice even kill and a nice even tempo throughout the whole event.
Easier said than done when it is all on the line at the back end of Sunday. And they've only got one event remaining. Trying to clinch precious points. Lindsay Vaughan from CrossFit Ballina. Coming third in event number 5, behind Tia and Cara. But the lady who just does not go away and knocks at the door, Helen Harding, our current leader. I'm not sure if I saw her just yawn then or not. Let's hope not.
Now, I love the technique that Helen is using here. We have actually talked about this before. I know when I was training for the games, and I was speaking about Katja and Tanya Davers' daughter. We saw this technique and, we went into the gym and we tried it out for ourselves. What we found is it was really efficient, and the technique itself is jumping up, grabbing your hands, 1, 2, as in the legless, and then getting your thighs attached to the rope. Now, what happens is the thighs will attach to the rope, and it stops the rope swinging from side to side, which can be pretty difficult when you're trying to get your legs attached on, as you'll see Helen there, just attaching her legs so she no longer needs to use her arms and upper body strength pulling her up.
Athletes must tap the top of the rig where the rope is attached and hang on all the way down to the bottom. Anything less than that will come with a no rep. And now 2 leaders for heat number 3 making their way back to the barbell. Left of screen, Helen Harding to the right, Lindsay Vaughan. Helen walking it forward. 2 sets of 6 to do.
Now, Jeremy, I spoke about that barbell being 48 kilos. You can imagine Helen's only a tiny one. So she's probably close to that 58 kilos. So it's it's literally 10 kilos less than her body weight that she is thrustering. So pulling down into a squat and then driving up overhead. Isn't that incredible?
She may be tiny, but she's got a massive heart, and she is a 2-time Masters champ, 40 to 44 division. Foregoing that this year to spend a little bit more time with the family, but she did qualify, but she has declined that invite, so we will have a new Masters champ coming up later this year in Madison in the Masters division. It's all about the individual females here on the floor in event number 6. This is heat 3. We are well over halfway through the time cap, and you can see the strain and how heavy this barbell is. And Lindsay can shift some weight, and that's proving a little bit difficult.
Lindsay can shift some weight. She is a strong athlete. We have to also remember there's a cumulative effect as well. All of the reps and all of the work that the ladies have done over the weekend. So, they may have tried this event when they were, getting ready for preparation for regionals, but everything that these ladies have been through, just the adrenaline and putting it all on the line, event after event, I'm sure that this here feels a lot harder than what it would have in training.
Helen Harding, our current leader, Lindsay Vaughan in 2nd position in this heat, shaking those arms out. She's only got 8 thrusters left to go. And Helen Harding now on her last set, but just not able to get that barbell overhead. And we is that going to open the door for Lindsay Vaughan to grab some valuable points? But it is going to be Helen Harding and a race with Jazzy Wood in lane number 1. Jazzy just sneaking away down there and a great foot race to the end. Jasmine Wood from CrossFit, Moorabbin, down in Melbourne. Now Lindsay Vaughan will make her way down under that 7-minute time cap. And possibly the only other one to do that will be Stephanie Ortiz, who is now finishing off her regional campaign. The race now against the clock. April Herring and Emma Wright coming over neck and neck. Not too many athletes smiling, but Jazzy Wood is one of those. You can't get any closer than that, can you, D? Wow. Great result. Event number 6, that's heat 3. We've got one of the most exciting heats coming up very soon. It is heat 4 of the ladies. We'll be back here soon at Kudos Bank Arena in just a little bit. Sydney Olympic Park is the venue. And dead centre is Kudos Bank Arena, the new home of the 2018 Reebok CrossFit Games Pacific Regional. Great 3 days of competition here. Jeremy Austin is my name. Danae Brown alongside me and Lily Cosgrove on the competition floor. And the team's all done this morning. And wow.
Please be upstanding for the Australian national anthem.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free, with golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is good by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains and let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Action underway. This is where it's all happening at Kudos Bank Arena. The Australian National Anthem playing before we get kicked off. Heat 4 action of the ladies. The fittest woman on earth, Tia Claire Toomey, a current leader coming into the 6th and final event, being chased very hard by the second fittest woman on earth, Cara Saunders. Tia setting a blistering pace early
Jeremy,
on.
Danae, I was just in the warm-up area and just watching the faces of Cara Saunders and Tia Claire Toomey, and I just wanted to let you know Cara was laughing, joking, smiling, and Tia was all business. She looked incredibly serious, so totally different mindsets going into this event.
Lily, I was fortunate enough to see Tia lift at the Commonwealth Games for her gold medal. I've seen that look before, and she's got that look on her face right now.
She sure does.
She does mean business. The fittest woman on earth has not got a regional title to her name, and she wants to change that. And she's currently under event record time from Laura Horvath from Europe in week number 1.
I think what happened, Jeremy, is Tia got off to a great start. You could see she could just edge that herself away on the rope climbs to begin with, which I think put her in a really good place as we head into the midsection of this event.
4 seconds under split time from Tia Claire Toomey. 100 points here in an event win will seal that regional victory.
Jeremy, I spoke about the barbell being a little bit heavier than we would maybe see in a thruster workout at a regional setting, where it may be around that 43 kilos. And this one's just under, it's almost just under 50 kilos. Now, Tia's having no problems at all, showing us how much strength she has in her quads and also that press out.
The crowd have packed in here at Kudos Bank Arena to see a battle, and a battle they have got this weekend. Tia Claire Toomey, our current leader coming into this 6th event, our current leader in the last of the female heats in event 6, and that is it for the rope. As she runs past Cara Saunders.
Jeremy, what I love here is, though, you know, even though she's in the lead, what she's also showing us is, you know, how good she is. I love that she is, you know, not slowing down the pace at all. She's running to her transitions. You know, she's here to prove something.
Last couple of reps for the rope for Cara Saunders, and the last couple of thrusters for your new Pacific Regional Queen, the fittest woman on earth, Tia Claire Toomey. And an event record pace, an unofficial 3:55. Cara making her way back to the barbell. Maddie Sturt joining her to the left, but Cara getting the start early.
Yeah, looks like we might have a bit of a race on our hands. You know, Cara running back there, just kind of shaking out her arms. That may be a bit of fatigue, residual fatigue from the event before.
Now, Cara about to finish off, but Maddie Sturt, she finishes 3rd here. She goes to the CrossFit Games. Cara Saunders has well and truly secured her ticket to Madison. And Maddie Sturt, the challenge was set, and Maddie has come through with the goods. Still a couple of spots remaining, and those 2 spots remaining are for the 2 girls now going 4th and 5th. Justine Beath to the left, Courtney Haley to the right. Justine Beath having the year off last year, rejuvenated and booking her ticket back to the Reebok CrossFit Games and her first trip to Madison. Now Rochelle Steinbergs, what a great regional event she has had. And with 1 minute 20 left on our clock, it looks as though Courtney Haley has wrapped up I think we'll have to wait and see, but Jess Cochran coming neck and neck. Jess had a lot of work to do coming into the last two events. And the woman who was sitting on the bubble is now sitting on the floor.
She is. That's a little bit disappointing, Jeremy. That may be the effects of the weekend that's come into play. She did extremely well on the first event, the 333. We do know how taxing that would have been on the body. Plus also those box step overs, that would have been extremely taxing on the legs. It looks like she just can't get quite enough leg strength and power as she drives out of that front squat.
30 seconds remaining of the female competition for 2018, and Kat Baker, what a great regional you have had. And Harriet Roberts finishing things off in lane number 1. Wow.
I just love how Tia didn't take her foot off the throttle in that event. She really, came out and showed us just how amazing this woman is.
She's just ticked so many boxes in the last couple of years. But that was one I'm sure she definitely wanted to tick.
And it just looks like she keeps getting better and better and better. She seems to me like to be a bit of a packet surprise, really. She is full of surprises, this woman here.
A great challenge for all these ladies coming in, knowing how competitive the Pacific Regional is. Cara Saunders, the 5-time Pacific champ.
Yeah, I really am.
Not feeling the greatest on day one,
I look back
but did she bounce back well?
regret or obviously like the crowd just really coming out.
Event 5, a very, very good event for Cara Saunders.
Yeah, event 5 was a good event for Cara Saunders. She, took a phenomenal pace and lead right from the start. And also Kat Baker, impressive in event 1 of this weekend.
Oh, she hung around that top 5 for so long. Rochelle Steinberg, so impressive.
And Linda, wasn't she?
It was a great event for Rochelle, and she's had a great day too as well. Great to see the ladies actually enjoying themselves. You don't see too many smiles throughout the weekend. You should know that more than anybody.
Well, you do smile at the end of the last event.
That's time. Ooh, okay, we're done.
And we're over. I made it. I survived.
But that all-important bubble, we're waiting for official results to come in. It looks as though Maddie Sturt has done enough. She's center of screen.
Your top 5 women who will be heading over to the 2018 Reebok CrossFit Games in Madison. Shortly after that, we will get going with the final male event.
And it was the battle between these two girls here, Tia and Cara. Tia, she just looked like she was on a mission. As I said before, I love how she didn't take her foot off the throttle. She got a great lead from the start with her 3 rope climbs, proving that she is a force to be reckoned with. I'm so impressed about how this woman comes out onto the center stage here and answers back to Cara's event record and just goes, hey, I can get event record too.
They did trade spots back and forth all weekend. But that look of determination that got her a Commonwealth Games gold weightlifting medal.
Just laser focus. That's what that was, Jeremy. Laser focus.
And grabbing an event record as well in the process. The girls now able to kick back and relax a little. Our results of event number 6, Tia Claire Toomey with that event record, 3 and a bit seconds under Laura Horvath's record from week 1. Cara, Maddie, Justine, they've been in the top 5 pretty much all weekend. Will that 9th place for Courtney be costly? And can Jess Coblin jump up enough spots? We're going to have to wait and see. The anticipation is there. Helen Harding, she had a great event 6 as well. Love to see where that puts Helen at the end of this.
Sure does. It was no surprise. You know, I just love how she came back through the end of this whole weekend with some beautiful placings. Great work on that gymnastics event 3, and also a stellar performance here, you know, on event 6 as well.
Autographs, selfies, all that sort of stuff to come. And I don't think I've seen these girls this relaxed in a long time. Well, not since the start of Friday anyway. But great to see Justine Beath back here, just mentally, physically fatigued after that trip to the games in 2016. 2017, time to rejuvenate, refresh. God, she came back with a vengeance, didn't she?
I've been following her on social media, and she looks extremely well balanced now as an athlete. And, you know, she has come back and really proven her point here. The battle between, you know, Kat Baker and Courtney Haley and Maddie Sturt just sitting there on the bubble was a really exciting one to watch as well.
Yeah, there weren't too many points trading places with those ladies all weekend.
Right, and that's what you call.
And while we get the opportunity, big thank you to our volunteers who spend all of their time here making sure this regional event runs every year. They do such a great job. We've got so many different teams. The athlete team, the equipment team, signage, medical. So much that goes into these events, and I know how much the athletes appreciate it. Maddie Sturt looking a bit worried centre screen, but she needn't be. I tell you, we spoke about this before, that anticipation, and you know what it's like.
Trying to get the HD going.
Just until the call comes. I mean, am I going? Am I not going? You know, you have to remember, you know, there has been so many hours. There is blood, sweat, and tears, you know, that goes into making an athlete of this caliber to be able to compete at this level.
We're not just talking this weekend. They've spent hours upon hours, months, years, just to get the opportunity to stand on this floor, let alone represent the Pacific Regional at the CrossFit Games.
Exactly. I mean, these ladies make it look easy when they're out there on the floor, but I tell you what, you know, it is no mean feat. Any of these events that these girls have had to tackle over the weekend, you know, it's definitely not for the faint-hearted.
And it is a battle over 6 tests of the weekend. I'll tell you what, if you have a couple of bad ones, it's not going to be great for your results. But if you can stay consistent and try and minimize those weaknesses that you do have, you're going to find yourself with a plane ticket all the way to Madison.
Yes, you're going to find yourself in a tidy little spot indeed. You know, we do like to reward the generalists, not the specialists, which has been quite an interesting concept considering the programming of this entire regionals, don't you think?
Oh, the first half it was like endurance, strength endurance, and then it was like a lot about gymnastic skill, and the back end, the last 3 have just been, boom, here's some like general CrossFit, go get it. But they've got to be good across the entire 6 tests, not just a couple of them. And you can see the rewards, and will be those 5 ladies that will be getting those rewards.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. The announcement of the top 5 individual females who will be representing the Pacific Regional at the 2018 Reebok CrossFit Games. No surprises here. The fittest woman on earth. In first place, Tia Claire-Toomey. Surprises, your second fittest woman on earth. In second place, Cara Saunders. In third place on 468 points, Justine B. And here's where it gets interesting. In fourth place on 434 points, Courtney Haley. And in fifth place, also on 434 points, Madeline Sturt. Put your hands together, Pacific region, for your top 5 competitors who will be representing us at the 2018 Reebok CrossFit Games.
Hugs are plenty. The announcement of the 5 fittest women heading to her. Oh, Tia's pumped. Oh. Wow, she was dominant this weekend, wasn't she?
Oh, she was incredible. You know, she really showed us what she's capable of. And, you know, to be honest, coming into the regionals, I wouldn't have thought she would have been peaking because she'd just come off the back of competing, you know, in Olympic weightlifting. So I'm actually surprised by this result. And it blows my mind to think, okay, if this woman has been able to achieve this, right, in probably a short amount of time frame, what is going to happen when we get to Carson? Sorry, Madison.
We'll have to wait and see. Tia Claire Toomey, what a magnificent performance. Cara Saunders, been a great battle. There are your final results. Tia Claire Toomey, Cara Saunders, Justine Beath, and on equal 5th, Courtney Haley making her first trip to the Reebok CrossFit Games as an individual competitor, and Maddie Sturt back for her 3rd. Back to 6th with Jess Coughlin and Kath Baker, who are hanging around that bubble all weekend.